Okay, so we're going to ding the demons downstairs. Do you know, it sounds like I live, that Pet Shop Boys video for In Suburbia, let's run with the dogs tonight in suburbia. Sounds like I live in the middle of that video. Well, let's ding them away with the demons, shall we? Let's ask for some peace and quiet. It being almost 11:15 at night. They might have been watching the football or something, I don't know if it's on, but we're going to ding the demons downstairs and invite pure white spirit light, angels, archangels, and Saint Dunstan to come down and help Aquarius, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius North Node to bestow upon the Aquarius major placements an inner guiding light of wisdom and nourishment, so we can swiftly and smoothly find our way to our better future higher selves. Shu Shao Ding Fu Pook. Pohi. Oh, do you know these Muppets? Anywho, so these are all animal decks, so it'll be interesting to see if we get any synchronicities or coincidences of animals coming out, won't it? Well, it will for me anyway. So do what you like. So, all the cards are good to go. So what we're going to have then, to move them out of the way. Oh, we're going to get, I think they're going to have a burping competition now. There we go. England. Okay. So Aquarius, eh? I'm so misunderstood. There are worse things I could do. Excuse me, I better not do that with this croaky voice. Wait, it sounds. Do you know? Go home, the lot of you. Anyway. Riff raff. Right, let's have that one. Let's have it. Ooh. The Asian elephant. Isn't that a beautiful card? The Asian elephant. Honour your lineage, or honour lineage. Better get on Ancestry.com then, eh? Honour lineage. Nice one. Ooh. Those are very Aquarian colours, aren't they? I'm thinking the blue more than the orange, obviously, but I love that. I don't like the word favourite, but if it fits, my favourite colour's orange. So what number is it? Who hasn't got a number? Asian elephant then. If you want to sing along at home, there you go. So, elephant stands in the river of time, honouring the past and nurturing the future, always feeling the lines of lineage, radiating both forward and back. She remembers her ancestors, the mastodons and the mammoths, the long extinct cousins in this ancient family, and knows she is a link in the chain of life. Her daughters will someday be matriarchs and then mere bone. Fossils that will someday point to a species that no longer exists. You too are a link, a bridge between what came before and what is yet to come. As you move through your life, honour not only what is past, but what is yet to be. Okay, so that's looking forwards and backwards. Well, that's handy, isn't it? Because we're going to have a yesterday and a tomorrow and a today. That's lucky, isn't it? Hi Ben, how you doing? So I think what I'm going to do is, just to give people credit, that is the lovely illustrated Bestiality Oracle cards. It's a beautiful deck. It's got the lovely cards. They're great to shuffle. It's got a lovely sort of slightly coppery-esque back. They're lovely cards. And then this deck, which I'm going to go with, is the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Guidebook. So we're going to have these up the top. So these are going to be where your spirit animals are trying to take you. Then I'm going to have 3 demon cards at the bottom. Is what's holding you back. Yeah, so you're trying to lift off that way, but you're being stretched. So let's have where your spirit guides are trying to take you through the suggestion of animal. Oh, Ben, you almost got it right. Shark, you said. You got whale. Me. You should have your own channel. So that is rather a large water sign there. Oh, Sea Serpent, that's a fantastic one. Because that's a spiritual card, so that's where you are now. So where are you going? Bit of a nautical theme here, I think, isn't it? Oh, ow. Good old air sign. Good sign for Sagittarius. There you go. On the bottom you had buffalo, if you want to look that up. So what have we got at the... As you're trying to have gone that way, what you're doing now, so, you've got these different things running around your head. What is it that's likely to keep your feet on the ground, Aquarius? Star people. Ace of Cups. Beware. Okay. Well, that would fit with the King of Cups, though, wouldn't it? So with the Sea Serpent, this would be a more spiritual thing. It might be a major, who knows? Yeah, the star. Aquarius' star. There you go. Nothing like calling them out, is there? So what's this one? This is an air sign, so who knows? What could be pulling back your loftier... That's for the High Priestess. Yeah. 8 of Swords. Both air signs. Well, the High Priestess said it, but that's an air sign. So I was going to say, what's holding your air back? You've got air holding you back there. But somebody's trying to sit on your intuition. So we'll have a look at those in a bit. We better take all of those. So this deck here is going to be the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to link in where your spirit guide wants to take you, where you've been trying to get to, where you're doing it now, and where you're going to get to, and what's going to try and pull you back. So I'm going to link it with the actual tarot deck. So we'll either get a major arcana, which is going to be the soul lesson that you're trying to get through, but something keeps pulling you back, or an influence, which will be the court cards, or an event, which will be the 1 to the 10. So let's have a little look. Ooh. Oh, that's the 10 of Wands. So let's move this up to the top here. So so that's being really rather burdened. Then obviously I'll read through the links. So in this is the sea serpent. So this is like the spiritual. So this will be getting in touch with your emotions, and that will be sort of trying to fly off after you've done this spiritual journey. Well, that's the Eight of Pentacles. So yes, you've been doing an awful lot of work in this sort of spiritual soul-searching thing here. And what about the owl? Ace of Cups, so it might be a bit of a love thing. The Three of Cups. So we've got birds and birds. And then the Eight of Swords, so... Oh look, we've got another bird. The Fool card, which is often linked with Uranus, which is linked with Aquarius. Okay. So we'll go back. So this is what you're trying to move away from. Obviously, it's probably going to bleed into what you're doing now because nobody's ever really finished anything, have they? Let's face it. So, oh, God, wow, that was good, wasn't it? Open it. There you go. So that's the thinking behind it. Let's just have a little read of that. So this is where you've been trying to go spiritually, sort of. Desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom. The well represents profound emotional health and stability. Well personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain. As they have overcome many challenges in their life, these experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend upon whale personalities when all else seems lost and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. So obviously you've done a bit of soul searching and thinking, okay, and that's reflected here in this Ten of Wands, because maybe you've had to grow from a small whale to a big whale, if you see what I mean, because you've been carrying the Ten of Wands around with you. And this Ace of Cups is a new beginning. So maybe this is sort of shadows of past relationships then that you've been trying to move off from. Because you've got your Three of Cups here and your Ace of Cups there. So it was signified, obviously, with the demon for the Ace of Cups. So let's look at the Ten of Wands then. So if you'd like to sing along at home, there you go. Burdens, blockage, difficulty. The Ten of Wands is a difficult card to face. Mental or physical burdens have been weighing on your spirit. Over time, this leads to hopelessness and depression. You simply can't get through to what you want. You cannot see the way. If this card appears in response to a personal situation, it may be best to simply walk away. But if this card comes up frequently, it indicates you are attracted to negativity. You choose to walk the hard road. So check out this demon Bua to see why, because this is all to do with difficulties, and you just want this Ace of Cups, as you can see at the top there. You want a fresh new start. So linking this with this, those two are linked beautifully, but you're trying to go that way, but this is in the way here, and that's trying to pull you, to drag you back down. Let's see if we can. I've got this other animal deck here. So let's see if we can't get another link. Let's see if we can get another aquatic thing going on here. Kind of. Tortoise. When change... I can't read that. When changes are made for the sake of change itself, resist. So, obviously, slow and steady wins the race here. It takes a lot for a whale to turn around. So, you're not going to make any flippant changes, because these are burdens you've been carrying around for a long time. But to go from the 10 to the ace would be a lovely move. So it's saying, resist making changes for change's sake. Do your homework first. All these cards have got a feeling of sort of gravitas to them. So to link them with that animal card is very nice. And it also links up with this elephant card about, you got an elephant and a whale. So those are two big animals. So, and then you've got the 10 of Wands here. So wherever you've coming from has been quite a hefty thing. Now, I hope I've explained that succinctly. But yeah, this tortoise, he doesn't move fast. And the whale's very powerful, but for its size, it doesn't move that fast. Elephants don't move fast. And anybody carrying the 10 of Wands doesn't move fast. So this has been tying you up for quite a while here, isn't it? Okay. So let's move on to the sea serpent then. So this is what you're currently doing, and it's a spiritual card. So if you'd like to sing along at home, there you go. So this is almost like you've obviously based on this is your current feel, because obviously this has taken so long. You think, okay, well, I want this sort of spiritual thing, this spiritual feeling here. So here we go, healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. So whatever freedom you've got from here, you've got a bit of a hangover, a bit of a shadow left of it, but at least you feel free to explore your desires, free of the weight of this now. Actually, let's look at this. Got a bit of an Ouroboros there, so let's just pop that. Oh, it fits beautifully. There you go. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our heart is at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our life, and in other places it floods. So just breaking off that, and that links back to this 10 of Wands beautifully here. It is important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional life look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true nature. So this is a real sort of coming of age card. The sea serpent and the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the Swadhisthana chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowl. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire. It is associated with the water element. Swadhisthana translates as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother, or Kundalini herself. Right. Home in her own abode. Well, then look what we've got down here. We've got the spider in the centre of her own abode, in the middle of that web there. And this is the Eight of Pentacles, somebody doing an awful lot of work, of this soul searching, trying to link the past and the present, so that the past and the future, and trying to shake off this 10 of Wands here. Because, even though it might have dragged on a while, it's still a temporary state. And if you're moving from the whale to the sea serpent, you're dropping an awful lot of weight off there. and you sort of become, you're moving. It's a protection thing, not a power thing. So there's, again, it's a circular thing here, a circular thing there. So actually, these cards are joining together quite nicely. So let's get the book for this one out then. The Eight of Pentacles. Again, if you'd like to sing along at home, there you go. Craftsmanship and skill. The spider, a true master of her craft, she weaves against all odds with skill, intricacy, and confidence. The Eight of Pentacles requires a similar approach. Hone your skills. You are close to finding mastery at your craft, so strive for it. Pay attention to all the details. In some cases, this card means you need to find a new hobby, something you truly enjoy. Start a project, become good at it. Well, that's very positive, because by starting a new project, taking something else on, you're going to have to, let's get rid of this tortoise thing for now. It means you've got to put at least one of these down, doesn't it? So this is your transition from the past into the present. And what's trying to sit on that? Well, as Aquarians, you know all about the Star card, and the demon for that is this demon Garp. So if you're struggling to get a new project off the ground that is going to bring you fulfillment sort of spiritually, look up to see how you can avoid the trappings and the tricks that people who are embodying the nastiness of the demon Garp, to see what they're playing. See how you can sort of, give those a bit of a swerve. And this is about the mastery of defeating this demon. Let's hope you can find some inspiration there. So let's have another one of these animal cards to see if we can have some sort of suggestion here. Oh, it's Bambi. All right, dear. Take note of the messages in whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. Well, the deer obviously does that, because remember, they put their nose up, they see a little twiggly nose thing, and their ears are like that, then they're off, aren't they? But that's exactly also what spiders do, because they're a bit like the North stenographer. They're there, they're sort of feeling that. And they know if a leaf's blown into their web or if it's a fly or something, because if a leaf goes in there, they don't move. So they're forever feeling out what's on the breeze, don't they? Like that. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to get this other book out, because I read the spider in that, but in the spirit guide, so from this deck, they've got a thing on the spider, which actually. And that's at the centre of the reading there. So let's I should imagine it's an earth. Here we go, spider. So this is from the other deck then. Creative prosperity through life's work, Dharma. And that's the Eight of Pentacles there. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around them. Both financially and spiritually, it is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. And I think they've also got here, not earthworm. Oh, I think it's in fire, isn't it? We've got tarantula. So let's see what it says about tarantula. Because they're all spiders. We're all spiders, aren't we? Maybe we're tarantula. So that's more of a fire-based one. At a crossroads. Well, there you go, absolutely. Bam. Crossroad. Sorry about that. The tarantula, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers patient and calm like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. But that's, again, it's a card for letting things off, which, and sitting here next to the Ten of Wands, sometimes cards just fall out beautifully like this, and the lesson is that. And then the next one is to sort of fly off up into the trees with the Three of Cups to go and celebrate. So this actually just feels very good. Both of those lines feel very good. So that's amazing, is it? We've gone from the water. I mean, these are water heavy, the heaviness of water. And this is more about a spiritual thing. It's more of an earthy thing, sort of. I know it's a sea serpent, but it's a spiritual thing. But sort of on the land, pentacles of the land. And here we go off up into the air with cups, obviously. So it's enjoyment of love. So let's look at the owl then. It's obviously an air sign, good for Aquarius. But again, it's the symbol of Sagittarius as well. So all the Arises. So let's look at owl then. So this is where you've been, well, this is where you're looking to go to. So it's about rising above. Normally, if you're going to have sort of symbology for owls, you normally have two owls together. Let me just show you. See there? Can I zoom in? You normally have two owls. I'm from a city called Leeds in Britain, and on the Civic Hall they've got two little towers, and they've got an owl above both of them. It's better luck to have two owls than just one. Not that you ever get any luck anyway. It's a nice symbol, but there you go. So owl. Abundance, clairvoyant treasures. So there you go. This is what you, having done this soul searching here, it's really where you want it to take off. I mean, owls are amazing creatures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl, in this particular deck, is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon. How it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. Now that's interesting for Aquarius. How can it further serve your dharma personally and bring abundance to the world? So that's the sort of the altruistic thing of Aquarius there. So that's a nice aim to be moving on to once you've done your own personal soul searching here. So that's sort of like packing your troubles in your old kit bag. This is freeing yourself of them, and this is how you want to spin off. So let's look at the Three of Cups in the next book. Three of Cups. There you go. So let's have a little look at the card first. That reminds me like a tequila sunrise, actually. Don't know why. Maybe it's because it's a long time since I've had a cocktail, but there you go. Friendship, joy, bounty. The Three of Cups is a lovely card. It foresees you in the company of amazing friends, creating memories together that you'll forever hold dear. These are not any old friends. They are people with whom you feel a rare connection. With them you feel truly yourself. Enjoy each minute of their company. This card can also indicate an upcoming celebration. Love abounds. Well, there you go. I mean, from the Ten of Wands, through a bit of hard work comes this liberation and this lift off here. I mean, that's from the deep, isn't it? And all that water pressure on you and feeling like, I'm running out of breath type thing. Putting these down, this bit of soul searching here. remembering where you are in between then and what's to come. This is almost like a wheel of fortune there, and then off you go up to this like high priestess kind of a wisdom here. But so let's, oh yes, I mean that's about interesting. And then what we've got here, we've got the high priestess. So whichever demon is there is trying to sit on top of your high priestess. Owl, all that wisdom, all that intuition. So look up, if you're having a problem with this, look up Dantalion and also the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is your inner critic, who it'll be the voice of the past. Oh, what makes you think you can do that? Well, don't be stupid. You know, don't follow your dreams. Don't follow your dreams. The star here. So these three cards are really important together. So this is actually trying to manifest your dreams. That's what will hold you back, and that's using your intuition to make you increase your dreams. But if you can get a hold of those three, or tick them, there, resulting in your Three of Cups. And I mean that really, I mean it's like a ski jump there. That's lovely. So let's get one last card for here. I like Aquarius readings, I tell you. A bit of levity too. Saggies can get a bit heavy. Let's try this thing. Love that one. Sloth. Consider the smallness of your needs and treasure what you possess. I'm sure that will probably be a link in from there, isn't it? But again, I mean, I love this, the synchronicity of that. You've got two things in branches there. So let's just do that again. Sloth. Well, this is almost what to resist. It might be part of one of the characteristics of the demons here. Consider the smallness of your needs and treasure what you possess. Yeah. There you go. Oh, Harold, hello. Please pull me a card before I go to sleep. What time are you going to sleep? You still there? Well, I'm live. Are you? What would you like it to be about, Harold? What would you like it to be about? I won't just do you one card. I'll do you three cards about where you're coming from, where you are, and where you're off to, if you like. I can do. No, I've finished that reading now, so I can. We can do it if you like. What kind of a question? Because it's. If you can tell me, no. I mean, is it a love thing? Is it a general thing? Is it career, home, money? Money. What area would you like it to be in? Are you on the right path spiritually? Okay. I'll get this deck out here. What sun sign are you? Oh, crikey. There's something. I'm not going to take it, but we'll have a flavour of it. Have you had a big bit of a? Have you been stabbed in the back? Have you? Obviously, at a 10 means that you've come to an end of a cycle. It's been quite a disappointment. It's been quite a heavy one. Could be something to do with the Gemini, or it could have been something to do with Gemini season, which we've literally just come out of. So, thank you. When is your birthday, though, please? So I'll know if your card comes out for your decan. What date is your birthday? Or do you know which decan you are? which sun sign you are. If not, just tell me don't say the year or anything like that, but November the what? Well, if I show you November here, do you know, are you Scorpio or Sagittarius? Oh, the 15th. Okay, so you're Scorpio. So where are you? Cups, the 15th. Scorpio. So can you see here? Cups. Your birthday card is the 7 of Cups. Yeah? I don't know if you knew that. So, yeah. So your birthday card, so you have 3 birthday, well, you have, in case you didn't know this, let's just run through your birthday cards then. So Cups is your suit. Number 7, so it means 1, 2, 3, your 3rd decan Scorpio. If you ever need to know this again, you're the 3rd decan of Scorpio, 13th to the 22nd. And your card, let's get your card out so you can see them. Your card is the 7 of Cups. Now, you can either have a clear 7 of Cups or a cloudy 7 of Cups, which is, so there we go. Can you see that? He's got all these choices to make. So he's got all these options. So he's feeling a bit bamboozled. He can only use one hand to take a cup. But can you see, it's all in clouds. So his judgment's being a little bit fogged. So this is probably the biggest problem you have in your life, is decision making. But there again, at least you know what your options are. It's just you have a bit of trouble. You go to all that effort to create all these opportunities for yourself, but then when it comes down to choosing one or focusing or prioritizing one, you go, oh, well, I want all of them. But you can't, you've only got one hand. Okay, so that means grab one and go with it. Because one of the biggest things that helps us make our minds up in life, I mean, you could stand there for 3 weeks thinking, oh, I like that one, but I like that one now. Oh, I like that one. Oh, no, I like that. I've gone off that. I like that one. Is just grab one and go with it. And it's when you're forced to do something and you think, oh, God, I'm fed up with this. I'd rather be doing, And it's that it's that double negative. It's that bounce off of something else. So grab one and run with it and then have a review quite quickly to think, did I make the right choice? I hope that makes sense, because if this is something that this is almost like the fulcrum of your life, because this is your birthday card. This is your most specific birthday card. So that is the key of the 7 of Cups. And you will find yourself always doing that. So to learn how to stop standing there, a bit like a kid in a sweet shop with all those jars of sweets going, oh, I want one of those and one of this is probably the biggest lesson you will have to learn in your life about how to make a decision quicker than you have been doing. Being standing there thinking, being sort of dazzled in the headlights. Okay, so that's one of your birthday cards. Now, I'm just the other side of the cusp there. I'm the 23rd of November, so I'm a week after you. But so what happens is the court cards move on a week earlier than the 1 to the 10s. And so you're actually the King of Wands. So you're quite a fiery Scorpio. You're not a watery Scorpio, you're a fiery Scorpio, if that makes sense. So you're dealing with water and fire, so you can build up quite a bit of steam. Now, that can go horribly wrong if you get the dimensions wrong. Yeah, I can't find them. But there again, if you think about the Industrial Revolution, what was it? It was steam. So you're a bit of a powerhouse. Well, when you get it right, you're a powerhouse. I mean, you're something to be reckoned with. You really are. But it's just, you can't make your mind up. You've got an awful lot of power to. It's just think, I can't decide what I want to do, so I'm just going to stand here. But, you're like a locomotive when you get going. It's just, you can feel a little bit listless a lot of the time. So I just want to get you. I hope he hasn't gone off to the... He might have gone to the shops. Oh, no, there he is. King of Wands. Okay, so those two are your birthday cards. So, now, what is really quite... I've never actually done a 7 of Cups, but, I know what the things are. You've got the Death card, which is about the change. So it's that change. If you think about it, water can put out fire quite easily, and fire can evaporate water. So you've got two very, very opposing elements there. Yeah. And your job is to find the right mix of them, because you straddle them both. So, you know, if you think about a complete water sign and a complete fire sign, woof, you know, woof, who's going to put who out? You know, you've got to get the right balance. But you've got it within you've got it within yourself. You know, you've got a water card and a fire card. And it's this change, you know, the card for Scorpio. So you're forever in flux here, which then leads on to, because this is the card for Temperance, about finding that balance. So yeah, I mean, you're forever balancing this stuff out. Because actually, let me just show you, because I'm born on that cusp, which is why I know what I'm talking about in this bit, because I've had to do this whole searching for myself. The card for the Seven of Cups it's a bit of a delay card, you know, as I was just saying. But let's just show you here. So on the 22nd of November, you're Scorpio. So you can be, if you're not careful, you can be caught up in this. But then the very next day, the 23rd of November, which is my birthday, you go from being stuck to being the fastest energy in the whole tarot. So it's like once you get going, vroom, you know, you're like a locomotive. That's the cusp of Scorpio Sagittarius. It's called the cusp of revolution. So once you get that fire in your belly and you know what you're doing, whoomp, there is no stopping you. Okay, and that's signified by the King of Wands there. Okay, then one last thing. So those are the three cards that you would have for your birthday. But a little bit more than that, your secret superpower is the Empress. Okay, because you've got Venus as your secondary planet. And so the Empress, it's about giving birth to new ideas and being fertile. So it's the confusion of not being able to get your projects off the ground. Okay. So these are just your birthday cards. Okay, let's do your reading now then. Okay. Oh, funnily enough, the Temperance Angel there was there, because I mean you were almost Sagittarius. So it's spiritual, the spiritual path. Okay, I'll tell you what, this is where you're coming from. Do you want, type stop when you, and I'll take the bottom card, okay? I'm going to keep shuffling until you type stop. So you get to choose a card, okay? I hope you're still here. I hope you're still here after that. Are you still here? Hello? When you're ready. Okay, so where are you coming from? Ah, King of Swords. Okay. So where are you now? Say stop again. We need some adverts, don't we? When you're ready. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Big power there. So you're obviously, I mean, that's the card for the Pope, the Hierophant. So you're really searching for some spirituality, something bigger than you. You've gone from, this is the card, I'll come back to it. Let's get the next card out first, and then it'll be easy to link them all up. Oh, so, wow, I mean, yeah, this really is your reading. Okay, so when you're ready, say stop. Okay, so we'll take the bottom one. Oh, you got two majors and a, wow. Thank you, because I've got goose pimples. I can't tell you, my hair's gone like crazy on my eyes. I've got goose pimples like golf balls. This, hopefully you will find something very useful here. I'm sort of my I'm being hinted at. Oh, it's being hinted that you will. Let's get you an animal card out because that's what we're doing. So let's do the same thing. Oh, lummy. So if let me just shuffle them, and then we'll work it around the spirituality of this animal. Okay. So we'll turn it into more. So when you're ready, we'll do yeah. If you say stop again. Okay. Oh, the black snow. I've never read that one. Hey, grow your truth. So I'm guessing this is probably what you're looking for is probably within you anyway. And maybe you're looking for it outside of yourself. So let's put those together. I'll just get the booklet for that. Oh, it's interesting. I've never had that one. So the black snake. There you go, if you want to read along at home. So, here we go. Many moons ago, in a garden far away, Snake slid up to Eve and said, "You have a choice. While free will isn't evil, it's complex. It requires each of us to define our own moral centre and know what we stand for. Without this knowledge, it's easy to steer off course or be misled by smooth talkers and slick ideas. We grow when we see through the rhetoric and acknowledge our own truth. Each true choice expands you, until as you outgrow who you used to be, your past begins to bind and itch. Black Snake slides in to remind you that growth requires release. She says, let go of what no longer serves you so you can continue to expand into your truest self." Well, wow. So you're obviously looking to shed something and move into some sort of higher purpose that you've got here. So obviously you're rejecting something, maybe because this is the card for authorities, or somebody who rules very like in the Sound of Music. You've got Maria von Curtens singing with the kids, and she gets much more out of them by being the queen figure. But he's Captain Von Trapp who blows the whistle and expects them all to jump into and he does it through fear. So maybe there's been a bit of an authoritarian kind of a regime that you're trying to grow out of, find yourself, but still remain spiritual in the process. Oh, well, this is where you are now. So this is why I want to base it around this card. But I mean, this is exactly what you're doing. You're trying to slough off that to find this. And this card here is the card for Leo, so you might find it. There you go. See, I don't know your circumstances. I'm just, I can only just sort of come up with, it's best not to put your business on the internet. But this is Leo season, which we're going to come into next. So whatever soul searching you're doing here and this sloughing off that you're doing now, maybe it'd be a good idea to launch it in Leo season, because that comes up. Let's get the book out. 23rd of July, isn't it? It starts. Oh, there you go. 22nd of July. So I don't know what the lunar cycles are. Maybe there's there's probably a full moon around about there. So you can, if you want to do something lunar. Yeah. Let's look at what your constellation is, though, because again, you see, the reason we've got this Empress card. So you're trying to give birth to this new thing, so this is like your superpower, your secret superpower, the Empress. Where she is? Oh, there you go. So she's the most powerful woman in the whole deck. On the earthly plane. Now, this would suggest the law of attraction. Now, she can't move. If you think about it, she has to sort of sit back because she's pregnant. So if you imagine, let's say the Queen of England, And basically, you've got everybody who grows apples trying to say, "Will you give us the raw seal? Will you say that ours are the best apples because we're provided to the royalty?" She just has to sit there and go. Her word goes. You know, it's a bit like Fortnum and Mason or whoever gets the royal seal of approval. Well, she doesn't have to lean forward into anything. It's the difference between if you do some work, you have to lean in, do your typing or sort of the fixing of it. She has to sit back. She attracts. She doesn't chase. So this is so maybe if you do something about the law of attraction. And what we're coming up to a new moon next, and so what that will be your manifesting stage going up to the full moon when you could launch it. But all this shedding you've got to do is your manifesting stage. As you slough it off, you start replacing it with your intentions about what you want to do. A bit like the stock market, it grows and plateaus, or peaks and troughs, peaks and troughs. The waxing phase after the new moon is the accumulation phase. Then there's always a bit of a pullback, but what you're trying to do, you're trying to shore up what you've gained in that growth phase. So if you sort of grow, plateau, but the stock market wants to go up, pull back. So it's shoring up. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of leakage or what have you. But so this is your secret superpower. Learning how to attract. And as Scorpios, as a water sign, very much so. The big attractors, yeah. But again, you've got another very powerful female figure there. Now, the thing about she's got a hand in the lion's mouth, and it's about taming the beast and sort of marrying to temperament and sort of ferocity. Now, if you think about this as a snapshot, like a Kodak moment. Oh, absolutely. Well, see, this is your birthday card, and this is what's coming up for you. You're about to slough this off, whatever this was I'm just going to come up with the example of changing religion, for example. You want to get away from Catholicism and you're looking to go to Buddhism, whatever whatever the examples are. How can you make that shift and probably still keep your family happy, or not lose a job, or not go off in the sort of society in which you're living, or something like that? I don't know, but it's about making that shift and giving birth to actually the new true you, because this is your secret superpower. And you've got all those different options about how to do it, but you've got to do the Scorpio card. You've got to make that change, and the King of Wands will drive it through. So if you look up the essence of all those cards and see how they work for you, your answer will probably be in there. You can find on many good websites about the actual essence of the energies of those cards. So now you know what your natal energies are. Those were just what you were born with. You can move on to anything you like, but that's your starting point. Yeah. So, well, this is the springboard from which you can run off. But if you think about all these cards are just a Kodak moment, they're just a snapshot of what's going on. Well, how did she get to here? Well, she didn't. That line just doesn't let anyone shove its hand in the mouth. She's probably got a lot of pink dresses and a lot of red dresses where the blood didn't quite come out, But this is her performance frock, the white frock. So let's go back a bit. How did she get her hand in the lion's mouth? Well, it's not how to put your hand in the lion's mouth, it's when. And that's probably about half an hour after you've fed it. So it's not going to chew your hand off, so he's not hungry. So it's creating your own opportunities. But nobody sees, if this is the ta-da sort of performance moment, nobody sees the work that you've done in the background to get to here. They just see you sort of present and make it look like you're sort of turfing out miracles. But it's doing the bit beforehand, your intuition and your initiative, to create this opportunity for the taming of the beast. But nobody's interested in that bit. They just want to see the show-stopping bit, don't they? So you will know what to do here. I mean, it's this bit here where you're sloughing something. It's like throwing stuff out your wardrobe. You can't have a new top till you've thrown one out, And that's what you're doing here, because you don't like the constraints or the too much authority of where you've come from. So doing all that, you're actually creating your own opportunities to give birth to a much happier, lighter, skippier future. Does that make sense? Oh, good. Oh, well, I'm glad. Let's get you one last little one to see if there's any other little help along the way. But do look up those natal birthday cards. Those natal cards, those birthday cards of yours. And let's just let's see what constellation you have. Oh, Hercules. So if you look up the story of the constellation Hercules, okay, you might find some clues in there. Okay. The 12 labors of Hercules, wasn't it? So, but I mean, that's just your natal stuff. I mean, we don't know where. I mean, I don't know, but at least I can give you pointers about how to use your natal energy to take any blocks off authority that just doesn't fit anymore, and to find your own spirituality by sloughing off this King of Swords here. It's probably outgrown its purpose. Yeah. And how you can this is your birthday card, how you can give birth to the new you. Maybe, I mean, look, we've got two male figures here, so maybe you need to be a little bit softer with yourself. I mean, you've got female power and male power, so that's much more sort of like yang and the yin. So maybe be a bit kinder to yourself, because you can see how that's going there. But definitely from the 22nd of July onwards, be ready to launch, and around the lunar cycle roundabout there, that would be a great launch time for you. And look up the story of Hercules in the constellations. But let's get you another quick card to see if we can give you a bit more inspiration. Okay. There you go. I mean, you're working at it. You're working hard at it, but don't be afraid to ask for advice, because this is three people coming together. So I'll tell you what, we'll shuffle one more time. You say stop when you want me to stop, so you actually choose the card because you chose all the other cards. So let's have that. But this is just a little reminder. Okay, we'll take that then. Ah, there you go. It's felt a little bit lonely, isn't it? Because you didn't know who. Oh, we've done it. You didn't know who you didn't know who you could talk to. So it might be a bit more personal than a religious thing then. Maybe a lifestyle choice has taken you out of the confines of where you were before, and you have felt as though you couldn't, I'm just going to use this example. It's a bit like sort of coming out as gay. You think, oh, well, I bet I didn't tell anybody about that. And you think, well, actually, I can either spend my life being miserable and doing what everybody else wants me to do, or I can actually go and be happy over here. And I'll just come back at Christmas and birthdays until they can get their head around it. Because a lot of times, you are making yourself unhappy by being present in other people's restrictions. Put a bit of distance there and make them appreciate you by your absence. Sometimes your absence speaks louder than your presence. So just say, well, if you're going to reject me or put a rejection, well, I'm going over here then, because you don't get to pick and choose which bits of me you like. I'm just going to use the gay thing again, because I mean, that's something I've gone through. Well, you don't get to dictate who I go to in a bedroom. I'm a package, not a sort of a buffet meal, because I accept you as a package. So why are you pulling me apart in those ways? Yeah. And you actually haven't known who to talk to. This is what the issue was. But you say you've had to go within the Hermit card, Virgo. So just using that example. Well, I hope that helped, because I mean, you can take an awful lot from those cards. But do look up Hercules and the labors of Hercules and what the constellation Hercules is all about. Okay. Well, I hope that has given you something to think about. Oh, well, it's a pleasure. I'm glad you asked for that, because that's why we do this. Okay. Okay. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Is there anything else from you, or anything else from anybody else? what's the, absolutely. But you know, I mean, one of the cards for Scorpio is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. It's, you know, it's being stuck in the glums. That's that one there. Everything happens for a reason. Well, you can either catastrophize it by staying there like that, going, "Oh God, I just kicked 3 cups." So, if you imagine somebody at a festival and the beer tent's over here, and you're carrying 5 pints for your mates, and you stub your toe and go, you drop 3, so you put these down and think, "Oh God," I mean, of course you think, "Oh, just stub my toe, ow, it hurts." But then you can put this black cloak of misery and go, "Oh my God, it's the end of the world. I'm going to," you know. Well, actually, all you got to do is think, "Well, I've only spilt the drink. I've still got the cups. So I'll go back over there. I'll go and fill them up again. And I'll get on my way." So it's only a side detour, isn't it? If you start looking, you've still got 2 here anyway. So as soon as you can turn it around and where's the light in this? And who knows? You might meet somebody at the bar when you go back who you fall in love with. You don't know why you've been put on this detour. But the longer you stay there and go, "Oh, where is me? Oh my God, I dropped the drink." But some people love living in this energy. It's the misery loves company energy. But you know, you're the 7 of Cups. You see, you're not that. You're looking to move on. You're the 3rd decan of Scorpio. The 5, and you've got the 6 of Cups, which is looking back, a bit of a nostalgia, memory lane kind of a card. But you're there looking to move on, but you're still stuck in what choice you got to make. Okay. Well, I shall. Oh, bang on the hour then, ish. Well, I hope to see you again soon. If you want to pop onto these readings, I don't know if you've got an Aquarius moon. I don't know if that's what brought you in here as a Scorpio. But yeah, nice to speak to you. Take good care, won't you? All the best.